I'm Christy.
I'm David.
And this is Huck, who gets...
He likes his food.
He does like his food. He gets these crazy eyes and he just...
Yeah,
he can't control himself.
Earlier I was cooking some hamburger and I dropped a piece in front of him while I was sleeping and
He's growing really well. We were having some issues with his food to begin with, but...
We just switched it too quick. That was
so
really wasn't issues.
He gets to have pumpkin in his food every day because pumpkin's good for their digestion, and he's finally almost sleeping through the night. So that's why we haven't been doing videos as much, because he's been keeping us pretty busy.
He decided he wanted to play at 3 in the morning.
Every hour.
Yeah, he was up playing. And then he likes to wrestle with our German Shepherd, and the first couple of days he was a little timid around her. He didn't know exactly what to expect because she was drooling all over him like nonstop. Now she can't get on our bed if he's on there because he won't let her on the bed.
So Huck is going to help us tonight.
What's he gonna do?
Answer out of the bucket of questions.
No, we're gonna do the bucket of questions. Ooh, Huck, was that you?
No, say that was the couch.
Huck thinks it's
I
free.
pulled one for you.
Wait. Let's put up food in the bottom of this. Watch. Hey, Huck. What is that, Huck? Huck, what is that? You smell it? You lost it.
Good one.
Huck.
Can't find a good one.
Well, probably all the good ones are gone.
Okay. What were some things we used to do before we were married that you miss now? I can answer this one.
Go out?
Date nights.
Yeah.
I miss our
We
date.
did them while we were married too, but
Not as many. We haven't had a date night probably once a year. We've had one in the past year probably.
we can't pay enough for anybody to watch Lydia, let's be honest.
Lydia. Speaking of Lydia turned 10 today. She's double digits. And, you know, they always tell you, your mom always tells you when you're growing up, I hope you have a kid as bad as you so you realize what you put me through. Or I hope you have a kid just like you. Just like you, to where you can see what it was like growing up with. Lydia is a very headstrong little girl. And when she gets her mindset on something, or if she hears, she'll hear, you don't get this. No ice cream if you don't do your homework. She'll hear no ice cream and not focus on the if you don't do your homework.
Yeah.
So she'll want ice cream, but
she went from 2 to 10 today somehow.
it makes it very difficult to find babysitters that we would trust,
go broke.
because Lydia is one of those kids that you don't need to give her way on everything. You can't give her everything she wants, because if you give her everything she wants, she'll take advantage of it, and
I baked her a cake today against my butter.
You did.
It was hard because she's been the last 2 weeks have been.
She's
refused to do homework. I don't know how many days have we had to.
She has made.
I mean, it was
very
that was
difficult.
going to be part of her punishment. We weren't going to celebrate her birthday until she got it together.
She's smart. She can do the work.
She just don't want to.
She just doesn't want to. She doesn't
She
have.
refused how many days? Couple days that we give her zeros.
She doesn't have the drive, and I don't know why. And we've seen it all through schools, and it's just become more predominant this year that she's figured out this trick that if she goes, I don't get it, or I need help, that they would help her and have helped her all the way through school, and now she doesn't get that. So she's learning.
Well, she gets help, but
she gets help, but we don't do the work for her. So
she's about to go back to public school at the rate she's on right now.
I'm hoping that we can figure out something to work out, but I don't know. Get a question. Oh, I pulled that one out a couple times and didn't like it.
Don't know.
Can you be the person that grounds me and that also that lets me fly?
I don't like flying.
No, that's not what it means.
I know that. What What strengths do I bring to our relationship?
What strengths does he bring to the relationship?
I'm not answering that one.
No, I have to answer it. What strength does he bring to the relationship? He gives me that you need to stand up for yourself. You don't need to take that crap from other people. That's what strength he brings up. I read that one too and it wasn't very good.
What? Who's doing the next one? You might as well. I guess we just read it anyway. How do you get to pick?
How are we going to make decisions about whose career comes first?
Right now, I ain't got a career. I wouldn't call homeschooling a career.
Homeschooling is your career.
No.
Listen, you work just
I've
as
been
hard
looking
as
at
me.
trucks again.
He works just as hard as me, and I get paid for it, and he doesn't. Heck, look. Oh, whoa, crazy ass, crazy ass. Oh, I don't have it.
Where'd he go? But what now was the end of that?
You, I said you work just as hard as me, but you don't get paid for it. Y'all, can I tell you how much I love this puppy?
Yeah. He gets more attention than I do.
He does not.
He does.
He does not. But
He
you can
does.
ask, if you ask who he cuddles with at night, who Huck cuddles with at night.
Yeah, whatever. That's because he just wants somebody to take him out. But.
Thank you for making a mess so you can pull out another question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No!
How'd that one get in there?
We're keeping these questions G.
I know. Yeah, we all answer that one.
He doesn't like any of these.
We struggling tonight. We're tired. This dog don't wear us down. Last week and a half has been.
I like that one.
There you go. That's for
Read
you.
it out loud.
What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Of my life.
Yep.
Greatest accomplishments. Well, you always say, my greatest accomplishment was being able to be a mother. That was not an easy, it wasn't an easy road for me to become a mother, and I had to become a mother differently from everybody else did, but I'd say that's my greatest accomplishment. And that I'm still in the career that I started with, and it's been 16 years, and I'm
He
still
thinks I
here.
got something. Oh, you got the one.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
I'm talking, and every time I start
Okay,
talking
I'm
about
sorry.
an answer, you play with him.
Okay. Did you cut the cheese, Huck?
Really?
Wow.
Who will control the thermostat? Who controls the thermostat?
Me, because she gets it up there and it gets hot. You what? No, we don't really. We don't fight with the thermostat really. I get a little chilly in the house in the summer.
Okay, your kid, Mari, wakes up at 1 a.m. and you have to go to the emergency room, and she's sick, and you don't know what's wrong with her. How would you deal with that?
Calmly and patiently get them in the car and get them to the
Okay,
hospital.
does anybody know him? Because if you know him, please comment and tell me how he really would react in a high-stress situation, because I don't think he would be calm and chill
I'm
and
calm.
cool.
I'm calm and chill. So that wasn't a fair question.
Did not be calm and chill.
You know what? We took you to the hospital. I was calm and chill. We found
No,
out that you were just
weren't.
old.
What are 2 things we forgot to celebrate this year? We really didn't do much for Valentine's Day.
I don't know. Not really.
We just don't do. We don't really do a lot for like New Year's Eve or.
We did stay up for New Year's this year. Don't give me paper.
I can joke about you about anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
No, prime example. This morning I made a joke. Probably not an appropriate joke at the moment. I made a joke. It wasn't even meant to be a joke. I made a comment that was not appropriate at the time. And it wasn't bad. It was just like, Like he had said, he did not want to make this birthday cake. He did not want
I
to
had
make
my
this
reasons for
birthday
not
cake.
making. It wasn't. I didn't want to make it.
He did have this
Don't get me-
reasons.
wait a
He
minute.
did not want to make this birthday cake, and he had legitimate reasons.
Because I've been
But
trying to get her to
as I was
behave
about
for
to
a while.
leave, I look at Lydia and say, "Hey, don't give Daddy a hard time when he's making your birthday cake." I didn't say if.
I already
said
felt bad enough because I wasn't
when
making
he's
it.
making your
but
birthday cake, because deep down inside, no matter how tough and gruff he means, he is an old softy, and the past 2 years he has said he's not going to make her birthday cake.
What is it about her getting
And
bad
I
at
come
this time of
home
the year?
and the cake's made. So I'm very thankful for that. But and
I was trying hard not to make it this year because it's been an extremely rough few weeks. It's around the schoolwork. It's not getting it done.
Yeah.
I can't figure a way to make her do her schoolwork. We've tried everything.
If you had 3 wishes to wish for our future, what would they be?
3 wishes? I don't know.
If I had 3 wishes and one of them was unlimited money, we would move to
Don't worry
a
about
cabin
money.
in the woods.
Just
We
we
would
didn't have
move
to worry about bills.
We would move away
ranch.
from here to the country to where we have a lot of land, where neither of us had to work, and we could stay at home and we could travel, and I could homeschool the girls, and
Yeah, well, for that
or
already.
we
I
could
got
hire
it.
a tutor.
You couldn't pay enough to tutor Lydia.
But I think if the environment was different and the stress level of bills and money, because everybody's going to have that stress of bills and money. You could have 2 incomes and making 6 figures every year, and there's still going to be stress with money and bills. That's there. That's a given. That's if you're living paycheck to paycheck, or if you have negative balance or whatever. Money is always going to be a stressful thing, and there's no way around it because you can cut back so much. But
I didn't care about the big houses and cars and stuff like that as long as I didn't have bills.
Yeah,
That's why they have to do, or not bills.
I mean, part of me,
you're gonna have bills always.
part of me would love to move right now, but starting over in a job, in a career that I'm in, is a little bit harder than most, because most jobs like mine, teaching jobs, it's all about experience. Do you have experience? And I have experience where I'm at the same school I'm at, in the same county I'm at, but moving to another county would just be scary. But that would probably be my dream if I had 3 wishes to move away.
3 wishes, yeah. Well, I don't want to move north because it's cold. I'm getting thin blood.
I would love to be able to travel. I would love for the girls. I mean, the girls have been studying
I've
all the
traveled.
states this year, and it would be very cool if we could take them to each state. Well, even at least the ones where you can drive to. I mean, I know Alaska and Hawaii would be kind of...
Next, I'd like to go to Alaska first.
But those would be... I mean, driving to would be a little bit more difficult, but just to...
Well,
I
you
mean...
can drive to Alaska.
But...
No, you can.
Okay, but it would... Can you really?
Yes, you got to go through Canada, but yes, you can drive through
I
Alaska.
didn't know that.
Now, driving to Hawaii could be an issue.
You can't drive to Hawaii. I know that much. But, I mean, that
It's
would
a
be...
tugboat.
That would be my wish for our family, is that we had more together time that wasn't stressed out with school or bills or life or other people that have come into our life that have caused issues and caused stress that he doesn't deserve to deal with. That would be my wish. And I think Huck is asleep.
Yeah, because you run out of food.
How good are you at assembling furniture, bikes, and Legos?
Depends on how good the directions are.
Okay, so
Seriously, I mean...
me and Keith put together a futon.
let's put it...
While
let's
David
rechange
wasn't
that.
here, we tried to put together a futon, and I think we put it down on
David
upside
and
down.
Keith ended up putting it back together.
Was it upside down? Was it backwards?
Yeah, it was
something.
bad.
It was wrong. Yeah,
Real bad.
it was. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I can follow directions and I can do this, but for some reason
She's
that
impatient.
one,
She can't. She can't follow directions on how to make homemade ice cream.
I can't do.
You cannot. Keith said he would pay money right now if we make homemade ice cream on. Maybe we're going to do that one day. Because when you're putting the salt in, somebody thinks that you got to just keep pouring the ice on it and not letting it melt. She gets impatient with me.
This one talks about what are you most excited about in our relationship right now.
Are you going to admit that I'm right?
Possibly.
You put too much ice on the ice cream,
No,
don't you?
I didn't. I did the salt. You were doing the ice.
No, I was doing the salt and you wouldn't let it melt. You kept dumping ice.
No, I was doing the salt.
It looked like a glacier by the time we got done.
I was doing salt.
You were doing salt. I was doing the salt.
Okay. As a husband-wife, as a wife, how can I show more love to you?
Throw the dog out of bed.
More sensitivity. How could you show more sensitivity to me?
Wait, that got turned around on me. It was supposed to be me.
It's a two-part question.
How can I show you more sensitivity?
I get butt hurt sometimes. I'll be the first to admit it. They can make jokes, and most of the time I can take the jokes, but sometimes...
Not most times.
I can't. Sometimes I can, but sometimes I can't. And if I'm not in the mood to take it, I'll snip back with something, and then he'll snip back, and we'll be snippy at each other for a little while. And when it comes to apologizing, ladies...
I'm better at it than her.
Most of the time, it's us that apologizes.
I didn't tell you
But
to
I
apologize.
have noticed that I have a slight problem.
What?
Of when we're both frustrated and both heated, instead of just breathing and letting it go for a minute.
Which I try to do.
And letting him walk away and calm down.
I go out on the porch by my lonesome.
I don't. And
She comes out there and I'll fuel it up.
Because
She knows. Look at her laugh. She knows I'm right.
Because I want to finish it.
I know I'm right, and so I just walk away and let her win for the minute. And she follows me.
Silence does not go well with me. So when you're mad or when you're upset or when you say something and you get frustrated and you mouth off something that shouldn't be said because everybody says it when they're mad, it's a given. And if that ticks me off, I'm going to let you know it ticks me off.
I don't care if you let me know it ticks you off. That's fine.
And once I let you know that it ticks me off, I'm over it and I'm done with. But
oh, you so just lie on camera.
I am over it usually when I tell you it ticks me off. Once you apologize, but you don't apologize. He stews.
I don't stew. I go out to take a break. It's called a timeout.
Hours.
It ain't hours.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not.
So every couple's not perfect. We're still working on our relationship. We get frustrated. We scream at each other.
I don't get frustrated. I just go out to
I get frustrated.
Yeah, you do.
Yes. He's got some brown in there, or is dirt?
It's probably poop.
It's probably poop. But I get frustrated and I cry. I'm a crier. I am.
Let's tell the story about you crying. You tears. First time she ever cut my hair.
I think he's already told the story.
Oh, maybe I've already told the story. But if I have, bear with me here. She's cutting my hair. Because first of all, it started off as a bet. She said I couldn't buy a pair of hair clippers cheaper than I could just go to the hair place. Found a pair of clippers, proved her wrong again.
Some decent clippers. He found decent clippers.
So anyway, found them. I was going to cut my own hair because I'd done it before. She's like, oh, I can do that. Let me try it.
I wanted to do it because I never got
And I said, fine. I don't care. I wear a hat.
My ex-husband would never trust me with his hair.
Well, I kind of have to agree with him on that first time. First time, anyway, she's got like a number 2 on the back and a 5 on top. Good. She puts a 2 on the back and she's going up the back. All of a sudden, she just sees a missing hair out of place up on top. Then she goes, what do I do now? And she's like white at this point. I go, well, unless you could glue it on.
And here's a prime example where I could not take a joke at the moment.
And I was laughing. It's my hair.
I cried.
And I'm laughing the whole time because I'm like, I wear a hat anyway. I don't care.
I'm just.
So we've proven that it's usually your fault, not mine. I've got this on. Cool. What?
No.
But
We're different. We're both different. It works.
It does.
Wow, made it make me feel good.
Yes, it works.
It works.
But we done then?
Yep.
Till next time.
He's asleep. Till next time.
Yeah, the dog's asleep. Subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Bye.